During my holidays, I mostly try to visit my relatives that live in other cities, and sometimes I invite my relatives and friends at home, and sometimes I go to their homes, and because in routine basis we hardly find time to visit our relatives' home, so I try to manage all these things when I have holidays.
All right. So, is there anywhere you would particularly like to visit?
Sorry, is any?
Any is there anywhere, any place I should say,
Okay.
you would like to visit?
I am always interested in going out of country for visiting different countries that are famous for tourism, like Turkey and Europe. But I did not find a chance yet. But hopefully, I will get a chance in future.
That's a very good answer, actually. So, uh, now, part two, describe a river, a lake, or sea which you like. You should say one to the river, lake, or sea itself. Where it's the name of the river, you can say. Where it is, what the land so near it is like, and explain why you like this river, lake, or sea. So, name of the river, where it is, and the area around the river, and the why you like it actually, the reasons of liking. Four things.
Okay. In my country, there are basically five rivers that flow in my country, and here I would like to talk about a river that is present in my city or my hometown. I'm talking about River Ravi. It is situated on the edge of the city, on the edge of the city, and there is a bridge on that river, which is very big actually, and it is a very famous and very busy passage. A lot of people use that bridge whenever they want to go out of the city, and the name of the bridge is Sakya Bridge. And the river is very much broad and beautiful, and on the banks there are a lot of beautiful green landscapes. You can see a lot of herds of cattle grazing on the banks of the river. The herds are basically of the people who live near to the banks, and but I remember that when I was a child, my father used to bring us, brought us to that river when we had some holiday, especially on Sundays. We plan a picnic and we go to we go to the bank of the river, and we just arrange our picnic mat on the floor, and we enjoy different food there. The environment was very much cool and refreshing, because the water of the river is cold, and it brings some humidity in the environment and air, which just give a very refreshing, a very refreshing feeling to the body. And the river is very much broad, and it started from the different. It started from the mountains, and it goes to the other country, and the river just passed from Lahore, and it is very much. And I also remember that there is a place that is built within the river, which is called as Baradari, and the people used to go to that place by the use of boats. And I also enjoy much boating. There are paddle boats and the motor boats are available. People, according to their choices, choose the ride, and they go to that place. And the place is entirely covered from both, all of the sides. It is covered from water, because it is built in the center of the river. I don't know how they managed to build such a beautiful building in the river, but the scenes are very much refreshing and marvelous. I always enjoy visiting that river. And for now, whenever I have some time, then I always try to manage some time to go to that river.
Okay. So in your when you were speaking, you mentioned this fast. The river started. Okay, started means fast. Okay, it starts. शुरू होता है.
Mm.
All right.
Okay. It starts. Okay.
Starts. Because you are in speaking in present, so आप second half को break ना लें. Okay, जब अपनी राय दे रहे होते हैं,
Okay.
when you implement your opinion, एकदम ये use second form of the verb. Past में जाना ही नहीं
Okay.
है. उसमें your opinion is always required. The other thing is
Okay.
आपने कोई use किया था cold. It's about with cold. Cold जो है वो that is unpleasant. Okay? इसके लिए जो हम वर्ड आप जो कहना चाह रही थी वो cool है. It's about with
Yes.
cool.
Cool. Cool.
Okay?
Yes.
तो इसको भी
हाँ हाँ.
इसको भी राइट करें. अब इसमें ये जिनमें कुछ चीज़ें जो आपको मेंशन करनी चाहिए थी आपकी हेल्प कर सकती हैं. एंड ये जो रिवर्स हैं दैट इज सोर्स ऑफ इरिगेशन. ओके, इरिगेशन के लिए मैं
हम्म,
बहुत ही डिफर करता हूँ. अंडरग्राउंड
जी
वाटर
जी.
ये जो सोर्स ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ जो है वो भी इससे
हम्म,
हम एसोसिएटेड विद इट. एंड
हम्म,
on the banks of the rivers there are jungles, trees, rivers, and there are shelter places for wildlife and birds as well. So it's
हम्म,
so natural when you go on the you look along the riverside and the beautiful
हम्म,
trees are there. Wherever you are animals होते हैं उसमें जो है उनको they don't know much about it. और उसमें आप मेंशन
हम्म,
करें कच्चियाँ तैर रही हैं. Female sometimes marvelous small small boats are there. और they carry मैं कहता हूँ यहाँ पर कोई लेकर कैरी नहीं करते हैं ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में इस्तेमाल नहीं होता है. बट वी कैन से ओके अब इसको मेंशन
हम्म,
कर दें कि यहाँ पे समटाइम दे कुड यूज द ट्रांसपोर्ट. तो इसके लिए ट्रांसपोर्टेशन वाली बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो आई एम डिस्कसिंग ऑन एरिया. तो इसके लिए because animals sometimes unnecessarily disturb the thing. And whenever there are floods and there are least water in it, so that's the kind of the problems that we are suffering. Okay. लेकिन टू दैट हमारे रिलेशन में अच्छी हैं अब ऐसा नहीं होगा. ओके. ऑलराइट.
okay,
हाँ. So these are the
okay,
things that you should keep in mind when you are traveling. मैं भी दोबारा इसके बारे में दोबारा आपसे बात करूँगा. ठीक है.
okay, okay,
ताकि आपको चीज़ें जनरली समझ में आए. Now different
okay.
topics. Water based leisure activities. What do people enjoy doing when visit rivers, lakes, or the sea? Actually, water
Uh,
based activities में हमारे जिस एरिया में हम रह रहे हैं वहाँ पे इतनी ज़्यादा है ही नहीं. ठीक है.
जी.
तो जो very a few people, the small population that lives near the river, they have to do something like they have to camel or all these things or the fishermen. So they have some activities. Layer activities उनके नहीं है. हमारे पाकिस्तान में वाटर related layer activities नहीं है because they are expensive always. So most of the countries in Europe they are surrounded by river, by seas, deep seas. और उनकी river activities बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. Ships हैं, वो चलाते जाते हैं. उसमें सब ये
तो इस क्वेश्चन में ये मेंशन करें कि हमारी कंट्री में इतनी ज्यादा
नहीं
एक्टिविटीज
नहीं नहीं
नहीं
नहीं
है.
हमने ये मेंशन नहीं करना. वो मैं आम जस्ट टेलिंग यू. मैं ये आई वाज टेलिंग यू अबाउट दिस बिकॉज हमारे लिए इस मौजू पे बोलना थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट है. इट्स अ बिट डिफिकल्ट
जी.
क्योंकि बिकॉज वी आर नॉट डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू इट. हम ये कह सकते हैं कि हम देखते हैं जो हमारा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. हमने कभी पानी में डिप ही नहीं किया. हमें क्या पता. वी नेवर डाइव इन वाटर. कभी पानी में
एग्जैक्टली.
दरिया में जाके भी पाँव भी नहीं धोए हमने. So those people they spend a lot of time. उनकी एक्टिविटीज उनकी पार आते हैं उनके सोशल में जिनके पे लिए ये है उनके लिए दैट्स इजी फॉर देम टू डू. लेकिन हमने जो है जो एक्टिविटीज हम रिवर्स के ऊपर है इंटरेस्टिंग वाटर है जो हमने पढ़ा है जो कभी नॉवल में पढ़ा है हम इस तरह की एक्टिविटीज उसमें ऐड कर सकते हैं जो कि काइंड ऑफ इंटरेस्टिंग होता है कि हाँ भाई इससे हम लर्न कर रहे हैं. ओके.
डीप सी डाइविंग है
प्रैक्टिकल
और बोटिंग है
हाँ
और क्या है और
प्रैक्टिकली
वो
हाँ
रिवर राफ्टिंग है, स्केटिंग है.
हाँ हाँ समटाइम आप इस तरह की एक्टिविटीज जो है मेंशन कर सकते हैं. जो कि आमतौर पर रिवर से रिलेटेड होते हैं किसी दूसरे कंट्री में जरूरी नहीं कि हम अपने ही रिवर का इंक्लूड करें. और हमारे यहाँ अगर इस तरह
ओके.
सोचेंगे तो हमारे वहाँ पे है कि तीन दरिया का ट्रिप कर जैसे बैंड से होते हैं बस वो तो कुछ नहीं है,
हम्म,
यही जाएगी तो
जी
बस। तो आज जब आपने नावल में बहुत सी चीज़ें पढ़ी होंगी, स्टीमर्स पढ़े होंगे, वहाँ पर तैर रहे हैं, लोग लेके जा रहे हैं, और
जी
एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, जो कुछ भी है, लोग खेलते हैं, बच्चे जाते हैं, तो वो रिसेंटली का मेंशन किया है। ठीक है, रिवर नाइल के बारे में पढ़ा होगा, ये कितने
किसके बारे में?
रिवर नाइल, ग्रैंड नील के बारे में।
जी 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 जी।
हाँ, वो जो है वो ट्रेड के वाले से बहुत जो है उनकी इम्पोर्टेंस है। तो हमारी भी जो है इसमें उसमें जो भी है कमर्शियल एक्टिविटी तो नहीं है, लेकिन हम इस तरह की एक्टिविटीज लोगों के हवाले में अगर कैन ऐड करें,
ओके।
on Sunday holiday, a lot of people go there in the वो get together, वहाँ पर ईद आ गई जैसे, तो सारे लोग जाते तो नहीं है दरिया पर, सब लोगों को दरिया पर लेते हैं, ठीक है, वहाँ पे बहुत रश होता है, वहाँ पे गाड़ी पार्किंग की जगह नहीं मिलती, तो वहाँ पे ऐसी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, आसान टाइम के लिए और दूसरी जो मैरी गो राउंड होते हैं, फिर लाइक पार्क हैं, ब्यूटीफुल फ्लावर्स हैं, तो एक्टिविटीज को मैं ऑलराइट। और जो एक्टिविटी हमारे पास होती है ना, मेले ठेले वगैरह होती हैं, तो ये कंप्लीट मैनुअल तो आपका देखने के लिए दिखती है, वहाँ पे श्राइन वैसे तो हो ही नहीं ना, आप मेंशन कर दो वहाँ पे श्राइन, ऑलराइट।
जी
हाँ, चलो, ये सब भी एक्टिविटीज यहाँ वो बच्चे कश्तियाँ जो हैं वो उस तरह हो, और मैंने रिसेंटली रिवर के बारे में पढ़ रहा था, तो इसी का कुछ नहीं है कि आज की बुक में तो एक रिवर है, पीपल गो देयर, उन्होंने इंग्लैंड में उन्होंने एक्टिविटी बनाई हुई है। तो रबर डक्स जो हैं वो किसी एक खास पॉइंट से रबर डक्स जो हैं उनको पानी पर रख देते हैं, हर एक बंदा अपनी अपनी डक खरीद के उसके ऊपर नाम लिखता है, तो पानी पर रख देते हैं, और फिर वो जो है साथ साथ दौड़ते हैं, किसी डक जो है पहले फिनिशिंग पॉइंट पर पहुँचती है, एंड द वन जिसकी डक जो है वो पहुँच जाती है वो जीत जाता है। तो इस तरह की कोई और आपकी डक्स का मेंशन नहीं करें, क्योंकि वो तो उनकी बुक्स में है, आपको खबर एक्टिविटीज में आपकी सबूत हो सकता है, कुछ चीज़ में वो तरह से हो सकती हैं जो
लाइक ऐसी एक्टिविटीज जो हर किसी को पता होगी
हाँ
ऐसी एक्टिविटी।
उनके जैसे जो है ऊपर से कोई लकड़ी फेंक दें, ठीक है ना, या पत्ता फेंक दें रिवर, तो वो पानी के साथ साथ उसको पत्ते जो हैं वैसे टाइप से चले जाते हैं। तो दिस टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज यू कैन मेंशन, स्विमिंग है, और उसके बाद जो है वाटर बेसिंग है, पानी में जो है बच्चे बैठ जाते हैं, शैलो वाटर है, वहाँ पे एक्टिविटीज होती हैं, दिस इज सेफ है, वहाँ पे गार्ड भी है, पुलिस भी है, तो इट्स ऑल पीसफुल, ठीक है, स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज भी हैं, उसके रिवर एक्टिविटीज, तो वाटर लेडीज, ठीक है।
ओके।
ये मेरे कहने का मतलब ये नहीं कि जो मैंने आपको बताया चलो आपने वही बताया, अपने मर्जी से जो मर्जी कहते जाएं, तो वो बेशक मेरे में से एक भी ना बताएं, बट जस्ट कीप स्पीकिंग।
ठीक
Why do
है।
people enjoy doing when they visit rivers or lakes or the sea? Why do you think these activities are popular?
There are a lot of activities that are really related to water bodies like rivers and seas. People really like to enjoy when they are free or when they have holidays. People used to go to the near the river, near water bodies like river and seas. And swimming is very much famous among people, children and young, like people of all ages, they really like to swim in deep seas and shallow waters. And other than that, boating is also very much famous. And people used to boat either by the use of motor boats and paddle boats. And deep sea diving is also very much famous in countries that have deep sea, and the people really like. But this type of activity really, this type of activity really wants modernized techniques and full training. And other than that, people also like to surf on the high waves of the water. And river rafting is also very much famous, and these actually activities are of major type. But sometimes people just enjoy some activities that are really personal to them. Like some people really like to just sit on the bank of some water body like rivers, and they just feel the refreshing air of the refreshing air from the water. And this is also good this is also a good therapeutical technique that is used for those people who have some problems related to their brain. The doctor use this technique because the calmness and the serenity of the water bodies is very much helpful for the soothing. They give very soothing effect to the body and the brain, and very much good for their health. And other than that, people also, especially children, like to do picnic on the bank of the rivers, and river banks or the river banks are very famous point for picnics. And some people enjoy to take sun bath on the near to the water bodies, because the air from the water is slightly cool, and with the mixture of the sunlight, it gives a very good sense to your body. So, but the activities related to water is entirely different from places to places. The people who live close to the water bodies, they really enjoy such activities because they can easily go to such places. Whereas the people who live far away from the water bodies, just they have to plan properly to go there. So I think there are a lot of activities that are related to water bodies.
Very good. Yeah, well, I like your answer. Now, next thing is that what benefits do you think people get from the activities they enjoy in the water?
I think the activities that are close to water or within water are very good for the physical and mental well-being. Because what I mean to say is that the swimming is very much famous for the strengthening of your limbs, and they also the activities related to water also increase the stamina of person. So it is very good for the physical activity, and in addition to this, the activities related to water are very much good for mental health as well. Because I know a therapy that usually doctors use for the people who are dealing with some mental issue. They just ask them to sit. They just ask them to sit um, across the water body or the sea or river, and just stay there, quietly and calmly. This gives a very soothing and refreshing effect to their mental health. So I think the benefits of the water activities are beyond boundaries.
All right, very good. So, what are the benefits the
Sorry, what are the benefits? Okay. डिफरेंस क्या है स्विमिंग पूल और सी का? अच्छा. Okay. A swimming pool is basically a standing water body that can be used to swim, and uh, the movement of the currents are controlled, and people can just um, elevate or decrease the level of water according to their choice, and they can enjoy the swimming in swimming pools at any time in a day whenever they want. Whereas in seas, the swimming experience is very much different, because the speed of the movement of the water and the speed of the currents of the water are very much increased as compared to swimming pool. So a much greater force required to swim in the sea, but the feeling of natural movements is very much good and fantastic in sea, which is not very much available in swimming in sea.
okay? The economic importance of rivers, lakes, and the sea. So,
Uh,
the question of economic importance. the main heading is the economic importance of rivers, lakes, and the sea. This is the heading. The question is, how does the water transport, like boats and ships, compare with other kinds? Are there any advantages and disadvantages of both of them?
I think the water transport has a lot of advantages. Like the such type of transport provides economic like growth to the country. Uh, Whatever the country or the city who has uh, port attached to it, they have it always has a great importance in the country's economic growth because it allows allows the ships from the other countries to sail, and so the transportation of the goods and the trading between the other countries and could be possible. And other than that, the speed of the speed of the water transport medias are great because they are not very much have to follow the traffic rules, and the speed is great as compared to the speed of the vehicles on the roads, and they also have to manage the traffic jams and the traffic jams and signals. Traffic signals. So I think and other than that, the traveling in the sea is very much refreshing as compared to the traveling on the road.
All right. So, how important is it for a town or city to be located near a river or the sea? Do you think that
Sorry, how
do you
but
think that
how much?
is it of any advantage to be near the sea or river?
Yes, I think the city or the city who has some river has always on the better side because it provides a lot of opportunities to its residents for like employment opportunities. Like they can arrange some stalls on the banks of the river just to attract the people who travel to that who go to that rivers or seas. Other than that, they are also like people also can enjoy the water related activities, and they can go to such places very easily. And other than that, the economic condition and economic importance of this country having some river is also very much great as compared to the other cities of the country.
All right. So, have there been any changes in the number of jobs available in fishing and water transport industries? Do you think why do you think it is? So, are there any changes in
Yes,
jobs available in fishing and water transport?
I think the water transport systems and the activities related to water bodies provides a lot of opportunities to people because more than because a lot of people are engaged in such activities. For what I need to say is when a big ship sail to a port in a country, then it requires a lot of people to unload the goods. And other than that, there are also a lot of people required to again load the other transport medias and the food stalls and the refreshment activities are like required on the port, and people can start their hotels on such activities there hotels, and other than that they can also start some business of hostels there. So I think the employment opportunities are very much great with the water bodies.
All right. Very nice. So, this was the first question. First question. Your question to us. Very interesting question where we have talked about the river and the important in the name that
Yes, yes, yes.
of the river.
No, I want to talk about the river.
All right. So describe a river, lake, or sea which you like. Could be public, like limited
Okay. Um, there are actually five rivers in my country, and here I would like to talk about a river that is present in my city. I am talking about River Ravi. It starts from mountains and it passes from Pakistan and goes to our neighbor country India. And basically, it is under control of India. And the location of the river is very much important because it it is it is on the edge of city Lahore, which is very much prominent and the you can say the main city of Pakistan. And the river passed from the edge of the Lahore, and a very big bridge is constructed on the river. That is very famous. That is very famous and important for the entrance and exit of the city. And the bridge is called as Sajja Bridge. And the river, the scenes or the environment or the location of the river is very much beautiful. The banks of the river are covered with green, lush green fields. A lot of cattle herds. People can, as you can see, a lot of cattle herds grazing on these landscapes. The herds are basically owned by the people who live close to the river. And I remember that when I was a child, my father always took us to the bank of the river to have a picnic. And I remember that we enjoyed a lot there. We enjoy the scenes and environment of the river by arranging our picnic on just on the river bank of the river Ravi. And there are different forests on the boundary of the on the banks of the river Ravi. These forests provide habitation for a lot of animal species like birds and other wild animals, and very few population of the city live there. Very few people of the city live close to the river, but there are some people who live there. But usually, those people who live in huts, like huts, they live there. Basically, they are nomads. And other than that, the government arranged a lot of picnic points to that on the bank of river on the banks of river Ravi. The picnic points are very good. They provide food and sitting areas for the families, and there are a lot of security system available. People can easily enjoy there without the fear of snatching and robbery and thefting. And people can also enjoy boating. Motor boats and paddle boats are available there, and the charges of the tickets are very less, so everyone can enjoy the ride. And the importance of the river is very great because it provides irrigation to the fields and crops of the country. But as I already mentioned, that the water of the river is controlled by our neighbor country, India, and when we had a very bad relationship with them, so they at those time they just sometimes decrease the level of water in the river, which gives a lot of damage to Pakistan. But sometimes they just release a lot of water in the city, in the river. That is also very not very good and harmful for the local people. But these days, these type of things are not happening because we had a very good relationship with our country. And this river provides a lot of employment opportunities to the local people because they can arrange their food stalls, they can arrange their picnic, they can provide the picnic necessities to the people. So the environment is very much cool. I remember that I used to sit on the bank of the river by just putting my feet in the shallow water of the river, and it gives a very cool and very refreshing feeling to my body. And the wind that blows on the river is very much cool and which is also very refreshing for the body. But yes, yes, 8 o'clock. Yes, he's at home because we just retested him for PCR and his test again become positive. I don't know, although doctor said that this is nothing to worry about because there could be some dead virus in the nose and the throat that can be detected in the test, but it doesn't mean that it is infectious and can be shifted to other people. So, but yeah, his doctor and as well as his company's owner advised him to stay at home and rest for some few days. So he is at home.